Last week for the Herr Sprint Series, it was a 1v1 battle in Middle Springs, California, between Campbell Marsh and Corey Case. However, it was Campbell Marsh who was able to hang on and get the win in that one. And we entered this race with a tie for the points lead, and we are only 6 races in. This is race 7 of the 2025 Herr Sprint Series season. It's Sprint Series 9 in America for the Nevada 150 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Hello everyone, it's Nathan Stapin here, and welcome back to Las Vegas, and welcome back to the Herr Sprint Series. And what a first 6 races it has been. We have a tie for the point lead. We've had 5 different winners, and we are in store for a fun one here today, just days before the Waller Cup Series race at Las Vegas. And that will be a fun one. But first, we got 25 laps on tap for the Sprint Series here tonight. And I'm joined by Matthew Hubert up in the booth, who will be in that Waller Cup Series race in a couple of days from now. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Yeah, great to be back in the booth here at Las Vegas. A pretty similar track to Atlanta, the one we use in this series anyways. And my prediction about drivers making each and every start that they could is working out, as the top 5 in points made every single start, and 13 of the top 20 in points made every single start. And even more interestingly, Haley Anderson Jr. and Aaron Abel are tied for the point standings, and they're both starting in the top 10. It's gonna be interesting to see how they'll fare in this race.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's been a very fun start to this season. As you mentioned, a lot of drivers have been signed up on the weekly basis. And once again, I believe we got 22 drivers returning from last week to this week. So a lot of drivers are keeping up with this, and it's a lot of fun for that to be the case. And as Matthew touched on it, we have a tie for the points lead with Haley Anderson Jr. and Aaron Abel. Both have 105 points. Last week's winner, Campbell Marsh, is in third, minus 6 points behind with 99 points. Corey Case, who got second last week, is minus 9. Chase McClure is in fifth, minus 13. Anthony Hernandez is in sixth, minus 16. Andrew Williams is in seventh, minus 17. Matt Black is in eighth. The Atlanta winner, minus 18. BB Ruiz is in ninth, minus 19. And running at the top 10 is Carson Miller, 10th in the point standings, minus 27. Still plenty of time for these drivers to make some moves in the championship standings. But before these drivers get rolling off, what do you think we will expect here at Las Vegas? This is a very multi-groove racetrack, and it could be a preview of the Waller Cup Series race here in a couple of days, but different cars. What do you think we will see?
Well, considering that there are 24 cars in this race and 42 in the Cup Series, the chances of someone going 3 wide, for instance, is a bit lower here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. If it does, then watch out rest of the field. It could end up being a disaster, but anyways, it's gonna be a similar race to Atlanta in most parts. Maybe not the pack racing type, but the rest of the field could get strung out as this race goes along.
Definitely going to be interesting. And if someone breaks out early, they could just control the lead, but have to wait and see what ends up happening here today. Corey Case is on the pole after setting the fastest lap last week, and Haley Anderson Jr. is alongside him in the second spot. And then we got last week's winner of Campbell Marsh and Nathan Faden in row number 2. Row number 3 is Chase McClure and Aaron Lutz. Row number 4 is the 52 of BB Ruiz and the 69 of Matt Blatt. Row number 5 is one half of the points leader conversation of Aaron Abel and the 05 of Michael Lewis. The 98 this week is Sammy Camara and the 82 of Carson Miller. 81 is Alexander Rowe, and the 90 is Matthew Hall. The number 3 is Andrew Williams, and the 96 is J.L. Rippleton. The 02 is Trey Smith. And the 87 is Garrett Sandowska. The number 13 is Zane Davison. And the 93 is Michelle Anderson Jr. And then Anthony Hernandez in the number 1. Nathan Ajaboye in the 57. And then welcome back Samet Oskin in the 64. And Stuart Grant in the number 88. Well, 25 laps of a sprint race here, as always, for the sprint series, but a very, very short race. Only 25 laps, not even half of what the World Cup Series race will be. Who do you think will win here tonight at Las Vegas?
Well, the guy who won last week, Campbell Marsh, is starting in the 3rd position, and I wouldn't be too surprised if he does go back-to-back. But then again, the Cup Series cars are done differently than Sprint Series cars, but I think he has a good shot of getting it tonight.
We'll see if Campbell Marsh can go 2 in a row. We had Alexander Rowe go 2 in a row early on in the season. And we'll see if Marsh can be the second driver to get 2 wins on the season and to do it in back-to-back races. It's going to be very interesting on how the points shake out between Howard Anderson Jr. and Aaron Abel. And we're starting to see possibly the big 4 so far this season be up towards the front of the stands, like Howard Anderson Jr., Aaron Abel, Campbell Marsh, and Corey Case. 25 laps, and race number 7 already for the Herr Sprint Series about to get underway. Pace car will dive down to pit road, and it will be Corey Case and Howard Anderson Jr. leads to the green, and we are green flag racing for the Nevada 150 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Great jump from the gate from Corey Case and number 99. He will lead lap number 1, and it is a flip-flop of what happened at Willow Springs last week. As of now, Corey Case is ahead of Campbell Marsh on lap number 1.
And right behind them in 3rd, Chase McClure. Not sure if we really talk much about Chase McClure, as Campbell Marsh going to lead already on Corey Case. And Marsh, Chase McClure rather, almost made it 3 wide. Like I was about to say, Chase McClure is 5th in the points, and he's could be someone who I could see going to victory lane at some point if he does keep up with signing up.
Oh yeah, Chase McClure been very quiet this season. 3 top 10s, but he has an average finish of 10. So whenever he does not finish inside the top 10, he must be really close. That was close right there between the 52 of BB Ruiz and Chase McClure. And Corey Case dropping back already in the number 99. The 81 of Alexander Rowe making some moves up towards the front to the inside of the 98 of Camara. And he goes wide, and that's something that we will see all week long. If you go too wide and 1 and 2, it will cost you. But sometimes the outside lane can get a 1. And speaking of a 1, that's going to get blocked. Ruiz try to get it to the inside. And a little bit of a breakaway up front, but they are still double file in the back.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see here. Top 4 pretty much going away from the rest of the field, and looks like the 2 Dracoan cars is about to join them. Anyways, here comes BB Ruiz into the 2nd position, looks like, in the 52. Not heard too much about Ruiz this season. It's gonna be interesting to see how he'll fare, and Corey Case is in 4th, looking to try and get redemption for Willow Springs, and Chase McClure catching up to the 39 of Campbell Marsh.
Top 5 under a blanket here. You mentioned BB Ruiz. He has signed up for all 6 races, and he's quietly in 9th in points. So we'll see what he can do here tonight and maybe move up a little bit in point stands. But that's going to be tough, especially with 3 of these guys up front, like Campbell Marsh, and Corey Case and Chase McClure. And right now we got the Clone Racing colors. Oh my goodness, that was close. Ruiz tried sending it into the corner panel of Chase McClure. And it looks like it's a little bit harder to pass than what we expected here tonight at Las Vegas. But the 52's gonna not quite get to the inside. And look at the 99 of Cold Case trying the outside lane, trying to get something on the 52. But that's not really gonna work out, and now he's under fire from Alexander Rowe in the number 81.
Yeah, Alexander Rowe going into the 4th position. Although he hasn't been as consistent as he was last season, Alexander Rowe is still up here in these races. He's running 4th right now. As he mentioned, won back-to-back at All Club and Daytona. Other than that, hasn't done much so far this season. Will this be the race his luck changed? We'll find out as this race goes along. Speaking of drivers who are trying to turn their season around, Trey Smith in the 02, who ironically enough is last of the guys who signed up for all 7 races so far.
It has been a struggle for Trey Smith so far, but finally the luck is changing around for him inside the top 6. And side by side for the 2nd place spot, McClure on the outside, Ruiz on the inside. And he's going to have the momentum. And we might have a change for 2nd, and we will. Ruiz up to 2nd. And here comes Alexander Rowe, going to follow him through. And now we have a couple of new players in 2nd and 3rd. Marsh looks strong again though. This kind of looks like Willow Springs last week, where once Marsh got out front, Corey Case was able to get close, but couldn't quite get the pass made. Still have plenty of time, still got 15 to go at the line, but it's looking good for Campbell Marsh to maybe do what Alexander Rowe did and go 2 in a row.
Yeah, would it be possible here? But Rowe's not gonna have any of it, I don't think. Right up to the back bumper of BB Ruiz for the bout for 2nd, but that's only gonna allow Campbell Marsh to pull away even further. But then again, he could mess up at some point, but that doesn't seem unlikely. Here comes Andrew Williams going to the 4th position. Andrew Williams hasn't won on the channel in over a year at this point. Looking to try and get his first win in quite a while.
Oh yeah, I think the last time he told me it was 450 plus days since he's won as a driver. And who knows, maybe tonight's night he looks fast, but he's gonna maybe get put through the middle of 3-line, not quite. These guys are really racy from 2nd on bat. I think some of these guys might not have a long one car. 52's gonna block the 13. Davidson with a huge one, but he's still gonna make a move on the 52, not quite. Corey Case keeps on dropping back, and Hallie Anson Jr. has really dropped back, and Abel is just inside the top 10. Meanwhile, Hallie Anson Jr. has dropped back all the way to almost outside the top 20.
Yeah, you said it there. Starting on the outside lane isn't the best advantage, as we saw there. Nathan Faden as well dropped back outside the top 20, and now both the Dracoan cars are trying to battle for 2nd, and maybe Trey Smith almost looked like he was going to make it 3 wide for a 2nd, but he's going to stick behind Andrew Williams for the time being, as Zane Davidson going for the 4th position, or is that, yeah, that's 5th position on the outside of Ruiz, and now he's looking to try and get by 4th place
no!
Trey Smith. Oh, and speak of the devil,
Well,
careful.
We'll see if... Oh, stay up, don't go down, don't go... That...
I was just about to say, Trey Smith had a good run going, and of course, the engine blows up.
You didn't have to say it, you just had to think about it. Tough wait for Trey Smith. Was one of the top 5 for most of this race. I'm surprised that everyone was able to get past him. That really shuffled everyone up behind him from about 6 on bat. And now that has really shuffled everything up. And look at these 2 teammates working together. Andrew Williams kind of pushing Alexander Rowe down the backstretch. And ran a little bit lower than his teammate, and looks like they're doing it again, so Campbell Moshe has been dominant once again, but the Ducolan Racing teammates might try and 2v1 him here.
It's gonna be interesting to see if that would be the case there. And oh, there we go. Just as I say that, Alexander Rowe looking for what's already gonna be his third win in 7 starts. If he can make the move stick on the outside of Marsh, and looks like he will. So Alexander Rowe back in the lead once again in the now E1 car for Dracoan. And Chase McClure and Zane Davidson are not too far behind them, 4th and 5th. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if the Dracoan 1-2 can hold out.
Here's the deal. Alexander Rowe, he's only won twice. He's trying to get his 3rd win in 7 races. That would be crazy already. However, his teammate, Andrew Williams, has not won in 450 plus days at this point. He helped his teammate get past the Fast 39. He's gonna go for the lead for himself here into turns 3 and 4. Andrew Williams trying to finally get a win, and finally something goes his way, side by side for the race lead between the teammates. That's gonna allow Campbell Moshe to get back into the middle of this. 6 laps to go, and is basically, I think the top 5 could basically win this one.
Not only is the top 5 possibly in contention for the win, it's gonna allow guys like BB Ruiz and possibly even Corey Case in the 99, who started on pole, to have it shot there. And man, Chase McClure flying through, so is Zane Davidson. McClure's gonna get by 3rd on the outside of Rowe. And Campbell Marsh looking to try and get by Andrew Williams here. It's only 5 laps left. Anything could happen at this point.
We've always seen a motor go kaboom for Trey Smith, and side by side Campbell Moshe has to have the fastest car once again, and actually as of now it is Corey Case with the fastest lap, Andrew Williams to the 2nd, but that 39 is definitely has the long one car, and I hate to say it, but if Andrew Williams wants to get this race win, he's gonna have to beat the driver that is trying to go 2 in a row in dominating fashion. When I don't say in a row 1-2 in a row, I don't think he did quite as dominating. But right now it is looking good. 3 laps to go, but it's Moshe, Andrew Williams, Chase McClure, and Zane Davidson out of nowhere inside the top 4.
Man, Davidson flying there, almost looking for 3rd on Chase McClure. And oh boy, Campbell Marsh going a bit high in the track. Here comes Andrew Williams and everyone else, Chase McClure and Zane Davidson. Will Williams try and hold out for this lead, or possibly Chase McClure? Would he go for his first win on the channel in what might only be his 7th start?
He's going for it, unfortunately for the 39 of Moshe. I think it's going to be out of the running for the win, but it's going to be 1.5 laps to go. Andrew Williams, Chase McClure, and Zane Davis in the top 3. Corey Case might seal the top 5 here, and Abel just outside the top 5 and 7th. He's probably going to be the point leader leaving here today, but it's the white flag, and it's a duel in Las Vegas. Andrew Williams, Chase McClure, he is there. He's going to back up the entry, and 1 and 2. Set something up maybe for 3 and 4, but he's a little bit too far. He's going to have to really send it here in 3 and 4, but it's not going to be enough. How about this? Andrew Williams, we're finally going to get one as a driver. Andrew Williams will win the Nevada 150 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Wow, good running there for Andrew. First win since late 2023 in the Truck Series. Great run there for Dracoan as a whole. 1st and 4th as Alexander Rowe in the top 5. Chase McClure, had he had one more lap, he may have got the win there. but still, solid points nonetheless.
Solid points indeed. If that was 26 instead of 25, who knows what would happen. Great one from Andrew Williams. He's been very solid all season long. And a lot of the drivers that we've seen one up front this season, like Abel, Campbell Marsh, Corey Case, Chase McClure, Andrew Williams, they all ran up front once again. What a race. Unfortunate break for Tracy Smith right there, who blew a camshaft in front of the field, and somehow everybody avoided him. I thought that was going to be a for sure caution, but great job from everyone to avoid him. Unfortunately, Howie Anderson Jr. didn't really get the greatest of ones. Did make a little bit of a comeback in 14th. And then Stuart Grand in 19th. Didn't really move up. But how about Oscar? He started in the 23rd. Then he moved up to the 10th spot. So great one for Oscar. But yeah, a lot of these drivers that we are seeing up front, like Andrew Williams, Chase McClure, even St. Davidson a little bit, Alexander World, Corey Case, Campbell Marsh, and Abel, Hernandez, Camara, a lot of these drivers that finished in the top 10 today have been winning inside the top 10 all season long. What a race here today at Las Vegas. What's your final thoughts, and what are you looking forward to the World Cup Series race here at Las Vegas?
While it's different between the Cup Series and Sprint Series, there isn't any input from either the owners or drivers, obviously. But it's interesting to note that most of the field have been single file after like lap 3 or so, and it's gonna be very interesting to see how the points would shake out. Aaron Apel did finish ahead of Haley Anderson Jr., but both Campbell Marsh and Corey Case, who are 6 and 9 points behind respectively, are also up here. It's going to be very interesting. We're only a quarter of the way through the season, and the points are really tight.
Oh yeah, the points are incredibly tight. As you mentioned, some drivers like Chase McClure, Andrew Williams, Alexander World, Corey Case, Campbell Marsh, they all finished ahead of Aaron Abel and Howard Anderson Jr. So that means most likely it's going to be a very, very tight championship battle for the foreseeable future here in the Herr Sprint Series. Caution-free race, and Andrew Williams is going to be a happy camper here tonight in Las Vegas. First win since 2023, and that monkey can finally be off his back, and he can just focus on a possible Herr Sprint Series championship. Thanks for joining me up here in the booth. Good luck in the World Cup Series race in the number 15 this weekend. And the points will be at the end of the video, and sign-ups will be, as always, at 7:30 for race 8 of the season at Homestead Miami Speedway. Once again, congratulations to Andrew Williams on the race victory, and we will see you guys next Wednesday at Homestead.